What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today we're talking to Air Jordan 3 Palomino, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video, man. Before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, we're talking to Air Jordan 3 Palomino. All right, man, we're gonna be keeping things very simple over here today. We're gonna be answering the basic old question. Are they drip or skip? Let's just keep it there. All right, so first things first, these are set to release July 29th, to the best of my knowledge, coming in at a retail price of $200, right? Okay, and of course, you know the kid glanced at the resale price, and right now look like they're averaging about $230 and up, depending on the size, right? Okay, now a lot of people are anticipating the Palominos, and normally I would kind of confuse this. Everybody's low-key are leaning more towards the Jordan 1 Palominos, but that video will be coming at a much later date when we get closer to their release date. But right now, we're talking about the threes, the Palominos. Now, I have seen some people speaking up on these, and honestly, right off rip, I can say this, right? Okay, automatically off rip, give me that grown man vibe type of things. In fact, they make me think of the Desert Elephant threes that dropped some time ago, right? Okay, that shoe where it was mixed emotions. A lot of us wasn't feeling it, but the few people, or the handful of people, or I would say since it was 50-50, the other 50% that was feeling it was saying like, hey, this is that grown man style. You gotta know what you're doing when you step out in these. And I feel like these give that same type of vibe. Another thing that I thought off rip at first glance, I was like, man, this could be a part of that craft series. Remember we had the craft 4s, craft 2s. Jordan Brand was doing that craft series type of vibe. And I feel like this arguably could have went a part of that series if Jordan Brand really had pushed it, but it seems like they didn't push that, right? Okay, so right now this is what we got, the Palomino 3s, and I think if you look on the sneakers app, I'm gonna confirm what they're calling them on the sneakers app, the Orwood Brown, which is probably the colorway that it is. Now overall, not a bad shoe, and if you like brown, this is more of like a light brown, if you will, right? Okay, light brown shoe. I'm more of a dark brown type of person, but the light brown stuff really don't look bad, so you really can't go wrong with it. Overall, not a bad shoe at first glance if you're gonna keep it 100, but I will say this is a shoe where I can say if it didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be mad, but it's not a bad shoe overall. I think if I was gonna go for one of the brown shoes, I would go for more one of the, at least I'll say the brown 3s. I would go more for whenever we got like that like white and brown Jordan 3 sneaker. I can't really think of the name right off the top of the head, which will probably come to me as I continue to talk in this video. I would lean more towards those because it's more like an OG colorway style colorway. But these, I will say this, it appears to be different, right? Okay, and not different in a bad way, just something that I think that personally hasn't grown on me. Overall, not a bad shoe, but I will say this, 3s in general, super comfortable shoe once you break those suckers in. And I feel like 3s in general, they get love, but everybody's very, very selective when it comes to their 3s right off rip, man. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But overall, this shoe, not a bad shoe. Glad to see that Jordan Brand is giving us a little bit of variety. I will say necessarily, I can see this being summertime vibes, but honestly, this is kind of a versatile shoe where it's gonna hit a little bit in summer, but it's really gonna pop during those fall and winter months where it's not snowing and not raining, but it's cold outside and you still wanna look drip. I think this is a good shoe for that. So it's definitely got variety coming in when you think of this shoe right off a rip. At least that's what I think of when I see these right here. Palominos is a name, of course. Do I see these going up over time in the resale market? Probably not. In fact, I do kind of want to glance and see what brown shoes I was thinking of right off the top of my head. Let me just take like a quick second because I do want to just make sure that I'm not tripping, because I know there's another Jordan 3s that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head. And right off rip, I'm gonna say this because I know if I do one quick search, it's definitely gonna pull it up. But overall, let me see, because there's definitely a lot more brown shoes than what I thought, but these are not the ones that are coming up right off the rip. Y'all sign up in the comment section for sure. I think if this probably would have been a part of like maybe even an I'm My Gear 3 collaboration, it probably would have got a little bit more of attention. But overall, still something I wouldn't write home about. I'm thinking maybe the Neapolitans, but there's also some other shoes very, very close to this that I'm thinking of that came for that. But I'll say this, the Neapolitans is close enough where, honestly, that's where I can say that it's still, I would take those over these overall, right? Okay, and there's even some more brown shoes very similar. So when it comes to these Palomino 3s for the kid, personally, they will be a skip. Not a bad shoe, just something that, you know, I know that there's other things that exist that I would probably grab before this one. So overall, these will be a skip, but I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. And will you be going at these on July 29th, retailing at $200? And of course, let me know if you think they're drip or skip. All right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.